Please don't have removal. Oh no, he has a deadly Rollick. Oh, we can't do anything about it. Oh, that sucks. Our card draw. Our beautiful, beautiful card draw. Today on Commander Replay, we try to assemble Kodama-Tron by getting all 5 Kodamas into play. Next on Commander Replay. Hey guys, there's 2 great ways to support the channel. All links are in the description below. Welcome back everyone, playing some Kodama of the West Tree today, and we're gonna try to assemble Kodama-Tron. We'll see how it goes. Getting 5 Kodamas into play does seem like it's gonna be pretty challenging, but we'll see what we can do. Let's take a look at our opener. We've got 3 lands, little ramp, little draw. Yeah, that seems pretty good. We'll keep that. So this deck list was started from a list that Champion of Thune gave to me, and I kind of modified it to be the Kodama-Tron thing. Probably changed about 10 cards, but a lot of his original list is still here. He was saying that his list plays pretty high power. I took out stuff like Crater Hoof and Mana Crypt and 1 or 2 other things just to kind of bring down the power a teeny bit, because mono green can be very fast and very consistent. So not conducive to trying to do something wacky like putting 5 Kodamas in play. So I reined in the power just a little bit from his build, but I think it's still going to be pretty strong overall. I mean, we have ramp built into the command zone, so that's pretty strong. We'll play this Ozolith and pass like that. Let's take a read of our commander. That's Kodama of the West Tree. 3 mana for a 3/3 with Reach. Modified creatures you control have Trample, and modified creatures are creatures with equipments, auras, or counters. And whenever a modified creature you control deals combat damage to a player, search your library for a basic land, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Yeah, that's ramp in the command zone. That's always pretty good. Now I would say this probably isn't as busted as like some of the other mono green make too much mana commanders, but I still think for like a more casual game, the fact that you're just continuously putting lands in is probably going to give you a huge advantage in the late game against a lot of decks. Brings back to our turn, drop in the land. Nothing to do on 2. But yeah, you guys have seen what I've done with a Sword of the Animist over the years, and you know, getting 3 or 4 lands off that and how big of a deal that is. Kodama is like that, but it also has the ability to trigger more, because it's for each creature. So if you have a couple creatures out there, you can be getting a couple lands at a time, and that's definitely a thing. They do need to successfully hit, which is an extra hoop to jump through, but it's not the hardest thing to overcome in green. Trample is very easy to come by. Ooh, Nissa's Pilgrimage. I think I forgot about that one in this deck. Fantastic for mono green decks. You can run it in green multicolor too, it's just a little riskier. The rest of your color fixing probably needs to be on point if you do it, but it's still fantastic card advantage. Brings us back to our turn. There's a War Room. Play the War Room. Let's play the Mana Gorger Hydra. Hope it doesn't get shot, because they typically do. Then next turn we'll probably play Kodama as long as this has a counter on it. Let's take a look at what our opponents are playing today. First up is Cadus piloting as Thromok, the Insatiable deck. We've seen this one a bunch of times on the channel, and this one has beaten me a lot of times. It's a pretty strong deck. We're probably going to lose to Fling. If I were playing as savage as possible with this deck, you know, we could get in there before he really gets his board going, but yeah, I have my concerns about our deck's ability to survive what they have going on, especially with trying to get all 5 Kodamas in. Like, you know, there's a tooth and nail in here, and if I left Crater Hoof in, you know, that kind of thing just ends the game. But opponent's going to make a Kobold with Carekeep. Brings back to our turn. There's a Thran Dynamo. Ooh, that's spicy. Play the Forest. We have a lot of ramp coming here, I think. Play Kodama. That'll trigger the Mana Gorger Hydra. Wow, I forgot that you can trigger that one yourself. That is pretty cool. We'll go after 7 Deadly first. We hit. We get a land. Drop a Forest into play. And we'll pass like that. Next turn is interesting because we have a lot of options at our disposal, and trying to figure out the right order of who to get what. It's going to be interesting. I think I do want to get some card draw going, though, so we might try to work Beast Whisperer into that mix. On the other hand, we have 2 decent creatures in play, and like opponents probably already need to throw removal at them, so that's a thing too. That might be a reason to go on Thran Dynamo. Thran Dynamo still allows us to make a second play. Question is, what do we follow it with? Multani coming into play. Yeah, counter on the Hydra. I want to see more cards like this in red and white. These cards that scale are really good, and the fact that this one has Trample makes it unbelievably good. Probably the best of the cycle, honestly. Marrow-Gnar, that was a spicy one. Fear, all rats have fear. Oh god, he's playing Orcus. Orcus is a board wipe in the command zone. That's one you gotta watch out for, so maybe we don't want to just cough all the creatures into play. How does this work again? Pay X. Each other creature gets -X until end of turn. You lose X life. Oh yeah, that seems pretty good. I think we're gonna want to try to get this Hydra as big as possible. That being the case, maybe we go on the Tireless Tracker. It has some ability to get out of range of the Orcus. So with that being the case, let's play the Thran Dynamo, trigger the Hydra, play Tireless Tracker, play the Forest, Landfall will Investigate. Actually, this will work out. So because we have a mana floating and one that we don't have anything to do with, we can crack this clue. And that'll put a counter on the Tracker. There's a Myriad Landscape. Yeah, that'll get us some landfalls. Cadis has open mana. I don't feel like messing with that. We'll send the Kodama his way. I don't think he'll do much about that. Ponycorn takes a shot for 7. Cadis takes 3, and we get a Kodama trigger. There's a Tireless Tracker, and there's another clue. Fantastic. Getting some value. Now the goal is to just see how far we can go without a board wipe, because we need to keep drawing cards so that we can find all the combo pieces we need to get all these Kodamas going. While Kodama of the West Tree probably isn't going to be the most overpowered green commander, I do think it's going to slot into the 99 of a lot of decks. If you're doing +1/+1 counters, if you're doing auras or equipments, that sort of stuff. There's a bunch of things to be doing with counters in green and multicolor green, like Atraxa is something that comes to mind. So yeah, I think in the decks that you want to slot this into, I think it's going to be very good. I've long wanted to build a Naya Infinite Combats deck, and this would definitely go in that deck. Probably with Marisi at the helm, because Marisi is brutal. Losing agency over your creatures is like the worst thing. Opponent has a 9/9 Multani. That's pretty big. We actually don't have profitable attacks into that at the moment. Here comes Orcus. Oh boy. Which mode are we going with? Opponent can go X2. Well, maybe they're just trying to get their commander into play. Okay. Seems like a waste. Seems like you'd want to hold that until you can get some value with it. But I guess it is just a 5/3 flying trample. Yeah, I mean, that does keep away our stuff. We don't really want to lose our things. Oh my god. That's a Sword of Hearth and Home. Wow, what a busted card. Play this Myriad Landscape. I don't even know if I want to show that yet. I guess it's safer than coughing down another creature, but man, this turn. Let's crack some clues. Draw a card, pump the thing. There's a Forest. We'll crack the other one. Nature's Claim is a card. I guess we're on the sword. Play Sword of Hearth and Home. Equip it to the Kodama. Send the big one over to Cadis, and send this Kodama over to 7 Deadly. Uh-oh, it's got something. Return to nature, destroying the sword. That is unfortunate. Yeah, that's just gonna happen. That does mess up everything I was hoping to do here, because, yeah, we're gonna lose a bit of tempo with that. Kodama's gonna go down to the blocks, and we're also not going to get that second land. I was going to use the land to move the sword over to the Tireless Tracker, so we have good blocking. Now we're probably going to get hit real hard with this Multani. It's not ideal. Kodama goes down. We get a Kodama trigger. Back to the command zone. Get a land. Make a clue. And we'll pass like that. Sit on the Nature's Claim. Makes another Kobold. Bloodspore Thrinax. That's not one that's on my radar. I don't even know what set that's out of. That's one of the promo sets on Magic Online. I don't know what the original set was. Oh, it's one of whatever set had Devour. Devour hasn't showed up in a while. Each other creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter, where X is the number of +1/+1 counters on Bloodspore Thrinax. So they devoured all of their tokens. Opponent's gonna make Multani a legendary god. That is not ideal. There are so few ways in our deck to deal with an indestructible creature. I guess we can just get bigger than it and block, but, you know, Mana Gorger Hydra is not the type of card that survives an entire game, because it has to get shot at some point, otherwise everyone's going to lose. There's an Azusa for opponent. Hopefully they don't have a bunch of lands to follow it up. Yeah, they definitely got a couple in. I didn't see how many, but there's a Beside You. Down to 2 cards in hand, thankfully. Goes no attacks. They had a pretty clear shot into us, and that would be, I mean, we would take. Maybe they're worried about the crackback. Possible. I'm actually worried about the crackback also. Rat Colony. Oh boy, your deck can have any number of cards named Rat Colony. +1/+0 for each other rat colony. Or each other rat you control, excuse me. Finishing up on our opponents, our final opponent is Ponycorn Smasher piloting Orcus, Prince of Undeath, a highly underrated Rakdos commander. It came out in the year of way too many commander cards, so easy to lose track of it. But I did play it on the channel one time. You guys can check that video out, but it's a really powerful commander. It's got reanimation and a board wipe built into the command zone. That's so incredibly good. Opponent's going to sacrifice the Rat Colony to a Diabolic Intent and do some tutoring. Hopefully this isn't the board wipe. They're on 3 mana right now, and you wouldn't want to go Toxic Deluge with a Mana Gorger Hydra. You'd probably set up for 1 next turn, get a Damnation or something like that. Although you got to watch out for the Multani also. It's kind of a thing, because that'll be indestructible, and then we'll be in a real bad spot. Tribute to Harabi. Each opponent creates a 1/1 black rat rogue creature token. Weird. It has fear. Well, I have no problem throwing that rat under the bus. Oh yeah, here comes 5 in the air from the Orcus. We deserve that. Ooh, oh my god, that's a Soul's Majesty. I don't think any removal is going to happen. Play the Soul's Majesty. I don't think we're going to need War Room this turn. Please don't have removal. Oh no, he has a Deadly Rollick. Oh, we can't do anything about it. Oh, that sucks. Our card draw. Our beautiful, beautiful card draw. Yeah, that was also our blocker against Multani, which is not ideal. Although, all those counters go on the Ozolith, but it's still going to be a turn before. Oh, yeah, that's where Rishkar's expertise is better. I'm running both, but we'd still get something with Rishkar's. Deadly Rollick, free spells. Free spells are brutal. Probably shouldn't have been printed. In that case, play the forest. Go back to the original plan that I was envisioning. Then we'll crack this landscape, get more forests, investigate twice. I'm going to go Karamitra's Acolyte, because we have a lot of ramp, and if we lose the Acolyte, I don't think it's as backbreaking as losing Beast Whisperer. Yeah, pass like that. Oh, that's at the beginning of combat. Okay. Put that on the Tireless tracker. It has no evasion, so I'm just going to use it as a blocker against Multani, because that Multani will kill us super quickly. So it's turn 7, and we currently have 10 lands in play. This is what I'm talking about. So, like, it's not mono green Selvala, but we're still 3 lands ahead of the turn count, based almost entirely off of our commander. Dragonlair Spider is a pretty good card. Oh yeah, that's an indestructible Multani. It's not great. Thank God this is at the beginning of combat. I was confusing it with Forgotten Ancient for a second, which is at the beginning of your upkeep. That's a Terrastodon, I'm sure I'm not going to like this. Non-creatures, but can still hit Thran Dynamo and the Ozolith. Kind of annoying. In fact, there are not many other targets. Cool, they go after land. I love when they do that. Also, the Ozolith. At least they left us the Thran Dynamo, but shooting the Mosswart Bridge over there, probably a pretty good idea. I hate Terrastodon. Why? 1, because it's a little too good, and 2, because it usually blows up lands. And that's the worst part. We do get some elephants, which gives us more blockers. Each opponent's going to make another rat. That's a Wheel of Fortune. That's not the worst thing I've seen. What's worth Nature's Claim? There's only this thing. Well, guess we're going to shoot it. Dragonlair Spider is going to trigger twice. Yeah, they're going to have a lot of tokens real soon. It's going to power up that Thromok quite a bit. I am excited about a fresh 7, though, because we're basically just at a point where we just need to draw cards, get to the things we're looking for. Gaia's Cradle is a pretty busted card. Survival of the Fittest can get us where we want to go. Love it. Scry Temple for opponent. Here's another Rat Colony. And another Rat Colony. There's an Ancient Tomb. Play the Cradle. Here's a card I don't run much. Personally, I think it should be banned. Not just for its cost, also its power level. There's an Investigate trigger. Thank God we still have some kind of card draw going. What are we doing? Let's get the Forgotten Ancient. Do we even need the Forgotten Ancient? I don't know if we need the Forgotten Ancient, honestly. Let's cast Survival of the Fittest. Dragonlair Spider. Oh, Thromok's going to be so big. Activate Survival. Discard Rexage. Get Genesis. Discard Genesis. Let's get the Broken Kodama. We'll crack a clue. That's a Rishkar's expertise. Uh-oh. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try it again. Let's go with the Cradle. We're definitely going to have a max hand size, which will be an issue. Yep. We get to cast 1, 5, or greater. We can drop in the Shared Summons. Okay. Yeah, cast the Shared Summons. We've got 1 Kodama in hand. We've got 2 Kodamas in hand. Get a Kodama and a Kodama. Oh, what's next? We need to get Soul Ring. Oh, crap. I should have played the other Kodama first. Cast the Broken Kodama. How much are we getting off that? Only 3. Dragonlair Spider. Let's get the Emerald Medallion in. Oh, we did catch... Oh, nice. We caught the Praetor's Council and all of that, so it doesn't really matter what we discard as long as our graveyard doesn't get exiled. Here's a Kodama trigger. Oh, and then we can get Nykthos. Yeah, oh my god, Kodama's so busted. Why is Kodama so busted? Wait, did that just trigger again? Did that trigger right? Whenever another permanent enters the battlefield under your control, if it wasn't put onto the battlefield with this ability, you may put a permanent with lesser mana value. I know we put that in, but... Oh, the clue. That's why. God, this card. Yeah, we're going to do some broken stuff this turn. Yeah, get a forest. Wow, the combination with Tireless Tracker. So busted. Yeah, drop in a forest. Investigate. Wow, we can literally just keep doing this until we run out of lands. Get a forest. It's annoying because, like, it goes infinite with, like, almost any green card. Ugh. Bonder's Enclave. I believe that's all of our lands, that is, yep. So we've exhausted the ability, but we did gain a lot of mana out of that. So here we go. So we want to cast the biggest one first. That one's 5 mana, that one's 4 mana. 6 mana one's already in play. I feel like there's another one. That one's 5 mana. Let's get this one for the devotion. Use the Ancient Tomb. Put a permanent with lesser value. How about this 4 mana Kodama? Then, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 is in the command zone. Hopefully we have enough for all of this. Yep, there's 10 green mana. We have enough. Cast. Wait, how does this work? Our commander would get us a trigger, but our commander will only be 3 mana, so that's like, doesn't change what we're doing here, but yeah, cast this Kodama. Oh, and that just gave our things trample. This is huge now. Put a permanent with lesser value. Now's a good time for that Forgotten Ancient, since it's probably going to be a big trample Multani in our future. And let's get the last Kodama. We get a trigger off the thing. What's this one do? Yeah, I'll just drop the... Predator Ooze is indestructible. I like what that means. Let's get that one in. Still have a little bit of mana left. Yeah, let's just get this thing in. Looks interesting. Use the ability. We get a thing. Kodama triggers. Oh yeah, we get another thing. Sword. Make a monk. No 0 permanents. Equip the sword. Wow, we had like, what, 23 cards in our hand or something, and now we're down to 11. That's insane. We just did so much stuff. But importantly, we've assembled Kodama-tron. We have 1 Kodama, 2 Kodama, 3 Kodama, 4 Kodama, and... where's 5? 5 Kodama. We've done it. Kodama-tron. Let's go to combat. Yeah, let's send... You know, we can force a lot of those are all 4/4s. That's actually still a thing. It's a pretty big problem, to be honest. We'll send this in over here. Although, they could block. They could block. Tell me we don't have any good attacks with this monstrosity. I guess it would all go on the Ozolith, which isn't the worst thing. We would eat the Terrastodon. What's that? That's like 20. Yeah, that seems fine. Send it here. They block with 1. Block with 2. That is currently, what, 23? Opponent's going to regenerate the Terrastodon. That's fine. They take a meager 4 damage. But that'll still be good enough for a Kodama trigger and a Sword of Truth and Justice trigger. I think we'll put a counter on the Ooze and then start proliferating stuff. Kodama trigger. Get a land. Tireless track. Oh, God. We're back into this loop. Nothing there. Nothing there. And I know we could do a little bit more with the Karamitras, but I do want to leave that up just in case, like, Beast Within or Survival or any of those things. We do need to discard down to hand size. I think the Manadoric Ranger class. Would we need to draw more cards at any point? I don't know. Harmonize. Yeah, Harmonize is fine, I think. We can probably get rid of Tooth and Nail also, especially since we have the Praetor's Council. That was a turn. That was a crazy turn. Brought to you by the Broken Kodama, Kodama of the East Tree out of Commander Legends. Card that I have no love for. Would not be sad if it got banned. Opponent follows up with a Cradle of their own. They're going to have a big turn because they have 1,000,000 tokens. Wow, that's 20 mana. Oh, we're so going to die. So going to die. Oh, yeah, there's a Warstorm Surge. Awesome. Awesome. Well, we're going to have to shoot that with anything on the stack, so... yeah, use the Forgotten Ancient ability. Here comes Thromok. As this enters the battlefield, which means there is not an additional trigger, which means we need to Beast Within right now. So, use Karamitras. Wow. So much green mana. Forgotten Ancient. Dragon Lair Spider. Hopefully they don't have the protection spell. They do get a 3/3. It's annoying. Can shoot our commander if they want. Ooh, goes at the Karamitra. Acolyte, yeah, that's a target. Warstorm Surge down, so some hope that will survive back to our turn. Use the Forgotten Ancient. Thromok in. Let's see how many things they devour. They have many tokens to work with. This card, so good, so underrated. I think it's kind of expensive in paper. Ooh, that's a Kozilek Butcher of Truth. That's a card. Hopefully it doesn't have haste. Use the ability. We have so many clue tokens. We've got like, what, 14? Because all the lands came in. That land combo with Kodama. Oh my god. Swift. Oh, well, there's the haste. Well, with that many clue tokens, we can pay for the Annihilator pretty easily. That is good news. That's got 84 power. We'll want to watch out for that. Trample would be an issue. Puts it on the commander. Okay. Don't give it trample. Sylvan Library appears to be the last of their mana, thankfully. We got some mana to spend, so start cracking some clues. What creatures don't we need? I don't know that we need this thing. Well, that thing's kind of big, isn't it? Whatever. Discard that. Dig for a creature. Crack a clue. We have 40 cards left in our deck. That's ridiculous. It's turn 8. Ah, the power of green. Unlimited mana and card draw. Alright, let's see where this gets us. Land, 3 visits. Force of Vigor is helpful. We can search for a creature. Let's make it an Eternal Witness in case everything goes wrong. Heroic Intervention. Wish we had mana for that. This Bane of Progress would be huge with all of our clue tokens. No attacks, thankfully. We need to find a spirit so we can give all of our stuff trample again. We have any spirits? Or Arcane Spell. Sky Shroud Claim triggers the stuff. Use the ability. Nature's Lore. Triggers all the stuff again. Blackblade Reforged. Oh yeah, that's a magic card. The problem is that this is so big that even with a Blackblade, they won't be able to get through with that, but that does put us on the chopping blocks. Yeah, there's 34. Let's turn off auto heals in case we need to Force of Vigor. Yeah, here that comes. Here that comes. Force of Vigor time. Blackblade Reforged and the Swiftfoot Boots. Exile a green card. Let's call it 3 visits. It is indestructible, so we can just throw something small. Oh, no, never mind. It does have trample. I think Forgotten Ancient can block it profitably now. Uh-oh. Don't be the protection spell. It is the protection spell. Ugh. We don't have any mana for our protection spell. And we're going to have to throw some stuff in front of this. Use the ability. Use Forgotten Ancient. This one's indestructible. Throw a few rats in front of here. This one's got Soul Shift. I don't know if that's going to do anything, but... Oh, I know what we can do. Yeah, we'll block with this one. Because then it'll die, and then we can get it back with Genesis, and then we have a spirit we can cast. And that's a good place to be. Block with a few of these guys. Do a little math check here. That's 8, 13, 27, 30? Yeah, that's fine. Oh, the Ozolith is gone. That got shot, didn't it? Oh, that's going to be... I thought that was still in play. That's going to be painful. There's the Soul Shift trigger. I don't know if that'll get anything back, though. Somehow it's back in our hand. Is that how that works? I have no idea how Soul Shift works. Uvenwald Tracker. It will be annoying. Feast and Famine would be really good on this board. Also Trample of some sort. Notably, opponent has tapped out their big blocker. Does leave an opening for us. Read the Bones. They've almost certainly got to be digging for removal. Anything good in our graveyard that helps? Would love to get the Ozolith back. Oh, there's a Hearthstone in the graveyard that gets us past the green creatures. Namely, that is Thromok. There's a couple rats over there, so we'd still need trample. We need trample over that thing. This has trample. I don't know how many counters we can get on it, though. Bunch of rat colonies coming in for opponent. Those all have fear. We blocked with all of our rats earlier, so we're just going to eat that. Cool. I think we've arch-enemied, although I think Cadus is in the position to win. This thing is so big. Opponent's going to sack one. Uh-oh, they're going to make more? Oh, that's not good. This might kill us. Those are now 9s. We survive at 14. Excellent. We're not going to need Genesis this turn because we're going to Praetor's Council. We draw a Croson Grip. Not really what we were looking for. Put a counter on some creatures. Let's put one on Kodama and other Kodama. Yeah, start the loop again, right? Actually, before we do that, let's... Praetor's Council. Dragon Lair Spider. Yep, there's a whole bunch of things. There's a whole bunch of things. Annoyingly, it does put Genesis back in our hand, though. That's not where that's supposed to be. Let's get Renata. Oh, we should get Beast Whisperer for the card draw. We can get a 3-drop. Let's make it this sword. Let's get... We have 32 cards in the deck. That would draw out our deck. That'd be a little too much. That one's pretty good, though. Oh, wait. Oh, Rishkar's Expertise doesn't let you choose. Soul's Majesty does, though. Yeah, let's try to draw 16. Looking for evasion. There's some trample. That is exactly what we need. Also reasonable. What's this one do? Pump stuff up. We haven't played a land yet. Just play the land. Garen Brig, Tireless Tracker. Oh, yep, that'll start the loop. Here comes the loop. Land. We've played almost every single card in our deck. Well, maybe not. We have 37 cards in hand. There's 16 in our library, but we're not that far away from it either. We have emptied the lands. Praetor's Council is still really good. I know it's a card people have gotten away from, but it's still so good. Play the Fire and Ice. Oh, the Hydra got exiled then. Yeah, the Hydra got exiled. I was just thinking we could be making something huge with all the stuff we're casting. Drop in the Ring of Colonia. Get the Forgotten Ancient. We can drop something smaller in. What was I supposed to get with this one? I think the Ozolith, just to be safe. I think we're lacking haste. I think that's what we're missing. Take a peek at the deck real quick. See if there's anything we can get. There are Lightning Greaves in the deck. We haven't run into them yet, so we could potentially get Lightning Greaves. And I think that will make a difference. So, Beast Whisperer is in, correct? There's too many things in play, I can't find it. Let's get Guardian Project. Drop in a permanent. Make that Karamitras, I guess. Draw a card. Oh, what's this one do? Give stuff trample? Perfect. Any number of target creatures you control, they gain trample. Let's cast this thing. We'll use the Nykthos right here. There's 19 green mana. Bunch of things trigger. Oh, there's more trample. Spirit. It's a spirit. Nice. Nice. Definitely need to auto this Forgotten Ancient. Kodama and Guardian. I found the Beast Whisperer finally. It was not in play yet, but we'll drop that in now. Guardian Project. Looking for the Lightning Greaves. There's more trample. That's lifelink also. That seems like a good one. Let's get this thing in. Triggers all the stuff. There's a Kogla. Guardian Project Kodama. Drop in the Shadow Spear. Draw with Guardian Project. Cast a Mana Dork. Selvala. Guardian Project Kodama. Drop in, I guess, the birds. Crystalline Giant. Where are these Lightning Greaves? They're not in the hand, right? They're not in our hand. Cast Selvala. There's the Lightning Greaves. We found them. Finally got them. Nice. Okay. Guardian Project and Kodama. Drop in the Lightning Greaves. Oh, I thought this one would be bigger. We were going to need that one to do heavy lifting. You know what? There's a lot of tokens on board, and if we cast an Ugin and go X0, that will clear out a lot of stuff. I like the sound of that. Let's do it. We put something smaller in. Let's try this giant. Oh, some card draw there. Let's go X0. Oh, wait, does X have to be 1? Let's see if this works. If this doesn't work, it'll be terrible. Oh, I think it worked. Cleaned out all the tokens. Love it. Okay. Now we can, like, probably get some things done. They're going to have 15 blocking over there. That's still pretty good. Put that thing on it. What else do we have is big? That one's big. Yeah, I think that can get some stuff done. Has trample. Has trample already. Put a sword on it. Shadow Spear on this thing. I think we can... Yeah, I think we can survive the Orcus. We're going to gain 35 life back. Yeah, we should be fine. So, this math is really hard to work out to kill everyone, so... Oh, wait, we need to get Greaves on there. Almost messed that up. And, yeah, let's go to combat like that, I think. I guess we can just Beast Within this thing. Yeah, that'll work. Go to combat. After playing like every card in our deck. Crystalline Giant trigger. What do we get? It has Flying and Trample. And that one there. That one there. This one. Ooh, attack like that. Predator Ooze will get a counter on it. Beast Within this thing. Cadus and 7 Deadly Sins going down. There's a bunch of Kodama triggers. Hearth and Home. 3 sword triggers in there. Oh, it's freaking out. It is freaking out. We're back to 48 life. I feel pretty good about that. Any cool ETBs? I don't think so. We can re-ETB this thing, because we have more creatures with counters on them now. And we'll shoot one of opponent's rats. What are we putting a counter on? Put a counter on this thing. Proliferate everyone. Oh, I think if you proliferate a flying counter, I'm pretty sure that's redundant. We exile the Saga and then do something. Oh, yeah, it goes into the next mode now. That's pretty cool. Oh, God, there's more trigger. Uh-oh, Guardian Project. Especially with Guardian we'd probably have to shoot Guardian Project and Beast Whisperer before we could even try to play. Do they have the board wipe? Rat Colony. Twilight's Call. Each player returns all creature cards from their graveyards to the battlefield. Thankfully, we don't have... Oh, God. That is a problem, actually. That is a problem. We have one colorless blocker that I can see. Hopefully 48's enough. I hope 48 is enough. What is this out of? I have no idea what set that is. Yeah, there's a bunch of rats. The rats got a lot bigger. About to be more of them. Yep, sack it. Make more. Do they have 48 damage? Takenuma Abandoned Mire. I'm sure I didn't say that right. Opponent sending it. I don't think it's going to kill us, but we're definitely going to feel it. Let's block one just in case. Opponent has some trickery that I'm not aware of. Creature goes down. Ozolith trigger. Opponent says he has a Wheel of Misfortune. That sucks. If they had the other one, they would get us. There's some stuff. Basically, we don't want to do anything. We just want to go to combat and, like, not draw something accidentally and lose. There's one card in our library. It is an Avenger of Zendikar. Urza Saga goes down. Go to combat. Ozolith. Put it on that thing. Why not? Use the ability. And send it. Send in Kodama-Tron. Predator Ooze will get a counter. Down they go. Yeah, mono green is incredibly busted, but we got to assemble Kodama-Tron, which I'm very happy about. And it turns out Kodama-Tron is fine. Really, it was the giant Tireless Tracker that was doing the work for us. Tireless Tracker with Kodama of the East Tree is really what this game was about. Those two together were busted. But this commander, you know what I mean, having sort of the Animist on a stick, still pretty good. Your early turns set you up really well for your late turns, and if you have any card draw at all, which there's a ton of in green, it's really easy to just draw your entire deck. I feel a little bad for opponents having to sit through that one, but I am glad that we got to check off the Kodama-Tron box. So, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, feel free to comment, like, or subscribe. Thank you for watching. I want to thank my awesome Patreon supporters. We have one new Patreon supporter in James Santos. James, you are awesome. If you want to help support the channel, vote on which decks I play next, or if you want to get some good games of Spell Table going, be sure to check out my Patreon, the link below.